welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Reviews, here with a very special Canada Day 150 episode celebrating the 150th birthday of our great nation. We're taking a look at a beer that was brewed in commemoration of the great birthday, the sesquicentennial of our nation, Great White North, whatever. It's not a Great White beer though. This is a 150 years bottled condition limited edition Innis Gunn 150 Maple and Thistle Rye Ale, brewed to celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary of Confederation. Now to read the box here, I know people love me going on about this box, but about the boxes, but brewed to celebrate Canada's 150th anniversary of Confederation. At Innis Gunn, we've always brewed the type of beers that we would enjoy sharing most with our friends, and we have none greater than our Canadian cousins, as a celebration of this special relationship between Canada and Scotland, and a toast to this momentous year. We have brewed something just for Canada, which we hope you will love. And, oh, cool. Sometimes I'm hesitant because they'll put tasting notes in here that I don't want to read, but this mighty red ale, it's a red ale, brewed with malted rye crystal, and fistfuls of Goldings and Cascade hops. Sounds tasty. And then matured over in 150 oak barrels for 150 days, which, given Innis Gunn's track record over the last several years, is kind of they've been getting real slack with the amount of time that they put their special editions in barrels, because the last couple of batches I think have been I think I saw one that was aged 30 days, and it's probably in their Oakerator system rather than actually in barrels. But this one here is like the good old days, 150 days. I think the rum barrel age when it first came out was at 107, but when it was really good back then. It says after maturation we added an emblematic ingredients, hint of Canadian maple syrup, some Scottish wild thistle. Finally we added some live yeast to the bottle, allowed this unique brew to develop and mature over time. Then it goes into tasting notes. So 5.9% ABV. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And one thing I noticed is that they weren't kidding about the bottle condition part. These over here, so I can put that here. They weren't kidding about the bottle condition stuff. When I picked this up at the liquor store, they were just taking it out of one of the boxes there, and this is something that went on and disappeared from the shelf, so I managed to get myself one right as they came in. But this one here, when the case came in, it had the best before date listed right on the side, and it said something like 2022. So this thing here has actually got a shelf life of about 5 years, which, if you've ever watched the Innis Gunn videos on Albino Rhino's channel, you'll see that he's done some experimental beer reviews with some really old Innis Gunns that are way past their prime. And they usually turn into gunk after a year or two. So, anyway, without further ado, oh Canada. Let's pop top off of this bad boy. Actually, let's see. Yeah, right there. Got a best before date right on the bottle. If you can see that. There you go, January 2022. I wasn't kidding. Interesting. Give that a pour here. Sloppy pour. Trying to do this in front of the camera overhanded. Ooh, look at that. That's rich and dark. Deep, deep red. I have to hold it up to the light to get any color out of it. It's very ruby red / brown. Like you can see, oh, that's perfect right there. You can see through it. It's clear, but it's also very rich. And the head is a very tan color with a decent amount of head that's kind of sticking around. Looks rather sticky. Let's give it a whiff. Peppery and herbal. Like a dry black pepper. And it's got that kind of getting skunky kind of note. It's not skunky, but it's got that kind of herbal note that you would get from beer from like a European hop. And that's probably the Goldings that they used. Underneath that, there's like a rich caramel. Spicy rye notes. Hint of pumpernickel. As the head's fading, I'm getting more and more of a molasses note. It's like somewhere between a good, like the good smell of like a nice British bitter, like an extra special bitter, a really nice rye PA, like a, there's not like a, I shouldn't say rye PA because that thing makes me think hops. This doesn't really come off as hoppy in the smell, but I'm getting this nice rye beer kind of smell as well. That rich caramel, spicy, peppery rye. Not quite pumpernickel, but more like dark rye bread. Smells good enough to drink. Oh, Canada, put this thing down the hatch, or all thy sons command. Anyway, cheers. So, what barrels did they say they used? Does it say? They said 150 oak barrels. And that's probably what I'm getting. There's no, like, there may be like a hints of vanilla in there, but there's no like bourbon notes. It's just straight up parching oak tannins. In fact, it dominates the flavor. There's like little bits of caramel. There's almost no cascade hop notes to speak of. Little fruity herbalness. But mostly it's just this huge drying oak and peppery rye. Like the pepper instead of the rye. It's like getting something, eating styrofoam with all kinds of black pepper tossed on top of it. Except for without being like the hot pepper and spice. You just get that drying pepper oak. I was expecting a little bit more sweetness and a little bit more delicacy. Instead, I'm getting just flat rye and oak tannins. Like, it's so ridiculously woody that, wow, that's... holy. And I mean, I do get, like, molasses in the very back. But it's masked under all of this foamy oak tannin. Oh, man. It literally is like... You ever have a chocolate, like a fudgicle? Maybe something with caramel in the middle? And you're licking the popsicle stick afterwards. To the point where you're just sucking on the popsicle stick for an hour, trying to get the last little bit of chocolate and caramel sweetness out of it. This thing is almost not sweet at all. There's like a little lingering sweetness in the back, and like I've been saying over and over again in this review, it's just basically fucking oak tannins. What are you doing to me, Innis Gunn? I really appreciate you making these special releases, but it's been the last couple of years, again, that it's been a bit of a letdown. Where's the vanilla? Where's the flavor that I used to get from all these guys? It's like you guys don't test these beers after you brew them. There wasn't enough to back all the oak up. Ugh. I hate to leave this on a sour note. I'm going to try a little bit more. Maybe just swirl it around in my bottle. Maybe there's some dregs down there. Now it's pretty clear. Well, it's a bit like a very woody, very nutty brown ale. But it's not a style I like. Perhaps maybe I'm getting a bit more out of it by shaking it up a little. Maybe it's because it's starting to warm up. I don't know. I mean, this thing was cellar temperature. This wasn't in the fridge. It's just drying wood oak. Oak Canada, I guess. Well, I guess the sentiment's there. And I appreciate it, but this one just is not floating my boat. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. I'm a little disappointed. I wanted a bit more of the caramel, a little bit more of the sweet rye, and a little less oak. That's difficult to say. I mean, this just tastes like they used straight oak barrels, and it's probably what they did. So it's just a red ale with no flavors added from the barrel, other than oak. 3 out of 5 for Innis Gunn's 150 Maple Thistle Rye Ale. I'm not even getting a taste of the maple. And I have no idea what thistle tastes like. So, your money may vary. I don't know if it's something I would sit on for 5 years. And I don't think that it was worth the $10, to be honest. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer reviews. Sorry to disappoint people on this fine Canada Day. Go outside and enjoy the day, enjoy the fireworks at night. I plan to, but hope you didn't waste too much money on this. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer reviews. We'll talk to you folks later. Cheers.